everyone, this is your girl Milady on a Sunday afternoon. I'm trying to start dinner here and I wanted to share with you how I make my turkey wings. I normally do the fresh ones, but these are smoked, so let's give it a try. Let's get started here. Do my apron. So how's everybody doing on a Sunday afternoon? Everybody good? Okay, I got my turkey wings here all washed. All I'm gonna do, this little part hanging here, I like to peel this off. Sometimes it may have some hair or feather, whichever one you want to call it. So I just trim that off. This one you don't have too much. Well, this one got a big one on there too. I trims all of that off. I don't like all that hanging stuff. Today for dinner, I'm gonna do some smothered smoked turkey wings, asparagus, and some quinoa rice. So what are you fixing for dinner today? It's been a while since I did some heavy cooking. So we're gonna have some heavy food for today. And what I'm gonna do after this, I'm gonna put them in some olive oil, take them out, make sure all of them are coated with olive oil, and then I will season them. So I got my olive oil in here. I'm gonna coat every single wing with olive oil. Give me some gloves. It's hard to put gloves on your hand when they're kind of wet.
Everything they've ever wanted, including a baby on the way. The couple is over the moon. The problem is, Tony's not the faithful type.
Part of the perks of being a football player.
Yeah, it's hard to put them on when your hands are already wet.
Having some money, women like that.
Should have thought about that when I was cutting the little wings off. Okay, so I think I'm gonna need some olive oil to coat the top, because these are some big wings. So that'll help the coating a little bit, because it's all on the bottom. But I wanted to get all these wings coated so the seasoning can adhere to them a little bit better. And on smoked turkey wings, which I'm not used to really cooking, but I know they have a lot of salt in it already. So I'm not gonna put too much salt in them. These are some big wings.
Athletes have affairs. So it may be that has become part of the culture. She had talked to a bunch of the other wives, girlfriends, they've dealt with the same thing, and she realizes that's just part of the course.
He sort of separated his life from hers by being across the continent.
Get it all of them coated.
He wasn't necessarily happy with what he's doing. It was sort of out of sight, out of mind. It was some phase that he had to go through to sort of adjust to his status as an NFL player, and then some
months into his pro ball career, Tommy's got injuries that are giving him grief.
Okay, so over here, I have my seasoning. What I put in my seasoning, I put some roasted garlic, maybe about a half a teaspoon. I put about a teaspoon of seasoned salt. I'm not using the kosher salt. I'm just using whatever these seasoning kind of salt they have in there, because remember, they are smoked and they already have a little salt in them. I use about a teaspoon of seasoned oil. I use about a tablespoon of minced onions. Red pepper flakes, I use about 1 tablespoon. I use about a tablespoon of garlic, powdered garlic. Black pepper, I use about a tablespoon of black pepper. And minced onions, I use about 2 tablespoons. Accent, about a half a teaspoon of meat tenderizer, and about a tablespoon of parsley flakes. So I'm gonna start putting my seasoning on here. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on there inside the olive oil. Just rub it all over. And that olive oil help it to stick a little bit. And if you, when you put them in a pot, because I'm gonna put these in the oven, I'm not gonna put them on top of the stove. You feel like they don't have enough seasoning, you can always go back and put more seasoning in your broth. And if it's too much seasoning, you can always put a little more water on and dilute it a little bit, the seasoning down a little bit. But you see how that seasoning is just sticking to the wings? Okay, we're gonna come over here. We take these dirty gloves off. Give me a pair of clean ones. Let's do this. We're gonna bring them over here. I have me about a cup of olive oil in my skillet already. And my hand is a little bit more drier. Maybe it won't be so hard to put on this time. And we just gonna drop them in this flour. Shake that zest off. Turn this up a little bit. These are some big wings. I may need a bigger pot. I like the nice size little wings, but this is all I could find. The little medium size. And we're gonna let that brown on both sides. In the meantime, ever had this type of rice? I just started buying it maybe a year ago. It's quinoa and brown rice. It is so delicious, and it's no time to cook it. All you're doing is like warming it up and putting a couple of tablespoons of water in it, and it's ready. While that is browning a little bit, I'm gonna start on my asparagus. I put Parmesan. I do my asparagus the same way that I did my meat, tossing them around in olive oil. And then I drain them and take them out and put them in a bowl similar to this or this type of bowl. Sprinkle some salt and pepper on them and some Parmesan cheese. And put them in the oven for 15 minutes. And they're done. I like them when they're a little crunchy. So that's what we're having for dinner today. Smothered smoked turkey wings, quinoa rice. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it right. And what else we're having? Asparagus, the rice, and the turkey wings, smoked turkey wings. I started to do macaroni and cheese, but that's just too much carbs. And I don't do bread either, so the rice is one of the biggest carbs for today. Let me know what you're cooking today and where you're from. I'm gonna get back on later on with one of my crafts I've been doing. Last night I said I had gotten an order for some yarn orbs. And they was extremely small. They did a neat job and stuff. I ordered it from Etsy. They did a neat job and everything, but they were so small. And paying that much of money for them, they charged me $60 for 4 little orbs. I mean, little orbs. So I said to myself, I can make this myself. So I sit down and I did it. And it turned out really nice. Just have a little hot glue on it that I need to get off. But other than that, it turned out really nice. So that's what I'll be working on today. May work on something else that I've been wanting to work on. I will be bringing a lot of crafts to your door, to your home. Snap and Eve like snap beans. I grew up eating snap beans. I didn't grow up eating asparagus. I just started doing this when I got grown. And they are so good. Trying to hurry up before I have to turn this thing on, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. Made it. I'm gonna put them right back in there and let them wash a little bit more. Then I take them out and drain them so they won't have so much water on them. They are really smelling. Time to turn it down a little bit. I don't like this part of the wings. I eat this part. Turn it back up. I'm gonna show you my first bath. And I don't even know whether this pot gonna be big enough, but I'm gonna give it a try. If not, I have to go and get one of my other pots. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's big enough. So I'm gonna get another pot. This pot look big, but it's really, really not that big. It's just the way it's shaped. And I'm gonna put them in the oven on 400. And I let them cook maybe an hour and a half or 40 minutes. Whenever they get tender, these are so big, so I may have to put a little more, yeah, that one. I may have to put a little more meat tenderizer on them, but they'll be okay. Yep, so we ain't trying to cook them. We're just trying to brown them a little bit so the gravy can come out a little bit better. And then we're gonna, yep, that pot is definitely not gonna be big enough. And we're gonna put another batch in here. Get my glove. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I gotta put my glove on. And we're gonna toss this around in the flour. Put it in the skillet. Okay, these are huge. I gotta get my breader. My other one just has seen his days and I threw it away, but I gotta get my other one. I don't have to be bothered with putting gloves on. I don't even have to touch the flour. Yeah, order me one when I finish cooking here. I've been staying it for a minute. My husband like these little wing tips. I have a nephew that like these little wing tips. That's all he eat off the turkey wings, these little tips. So we're gonna put all of that in there. Since this is the last batch, I'm just gonna spread a little my seasoning that was in there. Can't do no harm. That's a lot of good seasoning. So over here, I'm gonna wash my hands, and I'm not gonna peel the whole. I'm not gonna peel the whole asparagus. I'm just gonna show you a couple. I think I did one of my videos where I did cook some asparagus before. So I'm gonna show you a couple of, and then I'm gonna come back and continue when my turkey wings are done and my asparagus, and I will show you how to do this quinoa and brown rice. I'll show you how to do that. So let me get me a little board. I love these little boards. They are so convenient. You don't have to pull out a big chopping board every time you get ready to do something. So let me get my drainer. I'm gonna drain these. Rinse them off again. I had already washed them once, but we're gonna do it again. Make sure they're good and clean. Then we're gonna dump them in here. Let me find my pillar. And all I do for my asparagus, I just trim that little top part off, just like that. Do a couple more. Just trim that little the top part off. You can stop where your finger holding it and just trim that off. Yeah, I got these little boards. I've seen a couple other people with these boards, and they came with a set of knives, the multicolored knives they came with, and they are so convenient. They're from Emerald, the chef in New Orleans. Okay, so that's how I do that. So after that, because when I come back, they're going to be already finished. That's why I'm telling you now. When I come back, I'm going to lay them all up on a big cookie sheet. Put some parchment paper first. And then first you're going to lay them, put them in a board like a little bigger than this. And toss some olive oil around in it. Get them coated. And you put your salt and pepper and stuff in the bowl. And your Parmesan cheese, and then you just mix it around and put them on a cookie sheet. Put them in the oven for 425 for 15 minutes, and your asparagus will be done. Okay, so over here, what I'm gonna do, I got a head for stalk of celery. So I'm putting a stalk of celery in here. And I got a whole sweet onions. Even though I used a little minced onions, I like the way the little minced onions smell. but they never take the place of the sweet onion. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn these over. Like I said, they don't have just a little brown. That's also that flour can stick to them. It'll make your gravy dunner. I mean thicker. Makes your gravy thicker. Plus, I may put a little cornstarch in it too to help the flour out. So, what I'm gonna do over here, where is my chicken bouillon? So I'm gonna get me a little pot. Give it a little more flavor. I'm gonna boil these bouillons. And put this in my turkey wings before I put them in the oven. So if you don't have no chicken broth, and I think these are better, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper to buy these. And boiled is the same thing. Same thing. And I think you use one of these for a cup of water. So I didn't measure my water, but it looked like it may have 4 cups in there. Sometimes I put a little over just to give it more flavor. You can do whatever you feel is good for you. So I think I'm gonna put 6 in there. You can always add if it don't look. I just hate peeling these things. I hate peeling the paper off. Some of them come off real easy. Some of you have to play around with. So that's 5. I think that's the same one I threw over there. So what I'm gonna do over here, I usually boil it, but since I don't want to have it be a long video, I got my bouillons in there, and I'm just gonna pour the water in, because when I put them in the oven, they're gonna melt anyway. That pot gonna be too small. Let's transfer it. I'm just gonna transfer it because this pot is too small. We got more wings to put in there. Pull this on in there. So you can see. I should have got a rubber spoon. I think I'm gonna add some more water and some more bouillon because this pot is big and the wings. You can add your seasoning, your bouillons, whatever your taste of seasoning is. I mean, I like to taste the flavor of my food, so I'll try to add where I can taste. Should have had these things already peeled. But I had forgot about them. And you don't even have to add this. I may add a couple after I put the water in there. And you always want to use cold water. So I'm going to start with that right now. Put this on the stove. I'm going to take this out. Like I said, all you want is just to brown them a little bit with flour. Give it a thicker gravy. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna find me a spoon with a hole in it, and I'm gonna take all of that little goodness out of it that been fell in this skillet. I'm gonna stir it up. And of course, I don't like this color. And what I do about that color, I get me some kitchen bouquet to give a color to my gravy. So, since I changed my pot, I don't have no other choice because this pot will not fit in the stove. I don't have no other choice but to cook it on the stove. So that's what we would do. It tastes the same. But in the stove, you don't have to keep checking it. So that's my smothered turkey wings on the move. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the finished product or my asparagus. And I'm gonna do, when I come back, I'm gonna do my brown rice with you. So I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is your girl Milady again. Well, my turkey wings are done. My asparagus are done. We're ready. I just got them on really low, but they already tender. I wanted to do my rice first. So, what you're gonna do with your quinoa and brown rice, you're gonna squeeze the sides so it'll be easier coming out. And today I'm using 4 packs. I did this one already. Like I said, you're gonna squeeze the sides. That way it'll be easier to come out. Mainly this rice is already done. I don't usually do prepackaged foods too much, but this is good. I gotta tell you, this is good. Okay, I'm gonna turn my fire on. And it's 2 tablespoons per package. So I added 4 package in here, and I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons. I mean 8 tablespoons, which is a half a cup. And mainly all you gotta do is warm them up, and you good to go. Just gonna turn this fire up a little bit so it can hurry up and get warm. I fix a plate, and that'll be it for today. Just get the lumps out of it. I'm not big on prepackaged food. I like to cook my stuff from scratch, but this rice is good. Slap your little hot sauce on it, or which we're doing today, we're gonna slap a little gravy on it. This is our first time eating it with gravy. So it wouldn't be right. Usually I cook turkey wings with white rice. But we're gonna try today some brown rice and see how nice they are. The gravy is thick. They coming apart. So let's check on this. Get my plate ready. So that's all this rice calls for. Water and the rice in a skillet or pan. Let's top it up so we can keep some heat in there. Let it do its thing for a few minutes. I think I'm gonna turn my wings off because I don't like them like tearing apart, so you want to be careful with that. Don't bring your... I think I'm going to heat this up for a couple seconds. So I guess everybody there is about finished with their dinner and everything, huh? Yeah, I can't wait to finish and go upstairs and relax. It's been a long Sunday, seem like. Maybe watch a few movies. I think I just want to relax tonight. Check this rice again. I can hear it sizzling. Yep, you don't keep this on long at all. And all it takes is 2 tablespoons to a package. In my case, I had 4 packages, so I had put 8 tablespoons in there. That's like a half a cup of water. Let's let it do that sizzling a little bit on that side, and it'll be finished. That's all to it. So I dip my gravy. Let's turn this off. We don't want to burn the rice. Don't force it. Gonna dip some rice on here. Well, I have to look for, let's see. Let's try this one. See how we dip it out. There we go. You know, if I put a lot of flour on this rice, it may take away the flavor, so I'm just gonna add just a little bit over the turkey. Like that. I'm not gonna touch the rice. Unless he wants some rice on it. So this is it. This is my quinoa rice, brown rice, turkey wing with gravy, and asparagus. So I hope you guys have a nice dinner today, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.